Final Take Sports Podcast. I got my co-host Kel with me again.
Yes, sir.
So on this episode today, we're gonna talk a little bit about the NBA Finals recap and just some Atlanta sports things and Atlanta as a whole, man. So give me your thoughts on this NBA Finals we just had, man.
Well, I'm ecstatic.
Oh yeah, man.
My
That's your
boys,
squad, man. That's your
my
squad.
boys. So they pulled it off. I mean, to get one in OKC is amazing. That's my second home.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. The city was on fire. I had to deal with my bosses and his boss, and they were all at the parade. And I didn't get a chance to do that, but it's all good.
Yeah. That was
But
tough,
yeah,
man.
it was a great win, man. Great overall team chemistry. I feel like the Thunder is just bringing back that team element in NBA. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily about bringing a bunch of
Victory and
superstars
all that.
together.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need all
It's
that.
just a genuine team, and it all came from drafting. And the thing is,
they truly built that team.
they did, and they're set up for success for the next however many years.
Low contracts,
Yep.
and of course SGA getting his, of course.
SGA got to get paid,
but they got some young contracts,
and they have a million first-round picks still remaining in the bucket.
Yeah.
So it's like
that was to me the biggest flop. Almost, it was the Paul George.
Paul George is what really kind of opened that up.
Ooh, that was a big flop there, boy. They messed that up big time.
Yeah. So shout out to the Thunder, man. Shout out to the Thunder.
So like with the Pacers, Halliburton, of course, we seen him go down. And crazy, another big coincidence. That was the third player in this year's playoffs that tore their Achilles that wore number 0. Tatum wore 0 towards Achilles. Dame Lillard wore 0 towards Achilles.
That's crazy.
And Halliburton wore 0 towards Achilles, all within the same playoffs.
That is crazy. I mean, it kind of makes you reflect on the season and saying like, is it too much?
Yeah, 82 games is a stretch.
I mean, you think about like the off season, especially if you're really like rooted into your game and trying to craft yourself. So it's like they're playing, league in summer and they're working out, and it's just a constant, But I mean, the players like LeBron who spend the money into their body and making sure he stays healthy.
He spends millions each year trying to rehab it.
Yep. So it just makes you think about, just how much that's important, to the game. You know what I mean? So just something to think about. That is crazy though that all of them got hurt like that.
Yeah, I mean he was on for. I think he was going to drop about 40. He was
not gonna lie.
He was on fire.
I'm not gonna lie. After he made that third three, I was like, oh, we in for one.
Yeah.
Like we in for one. He was looking hot. But,
he was focused. He was locked in.
Yeah, he was.
You knew how big that was. Game 7. There's no other phrase in sports to me than Game 7. That's just like that impactful. Man.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I just figured at home, with a team like OKC, I just didn't see them losing that. No matter what he was able to do.
I feel like I'm gonna go on a limb and say this. I feel like if OKC wouldn't have won that, they probably would have never won one ever.
I can agree with that.
I really do think that.
I can agree
that
with
was for the taking, and they had to get it.
Yeah.
They had to.
Yeah. Very excited about that.
So how do you feel their chances to be next year? You think we're gonna get a repeat, or is it gonna be?
I'm not gonna necessarily just pencil them in like it's just a guaranteed repeat because there are a lot of teams that's building out there. A lot of movement in the West. I mean, you see that what's his name? KD went to the Rockets.
On the Rockets now, H-Town, man.
So it's a lot of movement, and there's probably gonna be a whole lot more to come.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll just have to see how it pans out with whoever goes where. But like on paper, as of right now, they are still the most complete team, and they won't lose anybody.
Yeah, they gonna bring back.
Everybody's gonna come back. So.
Speaking of draft pick, I mean, we just recently had the draft, and
yeah,
I mean, I don't think anybody had any doubts about the number 1 pick. I mean,
of course,
Flag, he's a dog for sure.
It just, but the thing with that, it just makes me wonder. Like, it's mighty funny y'all get rid of Luka and then
slide right on in and get the first pick.
That's crazy.
I really do think all this stuff is got some, it's fixed a little bit.
It's got to be some type of politics going behind the scene.
The Lakers are the most, marketable franchise, so they have to have the superstars, or the league won't, drive the way it's supposed to drive because it's a money-driven league at the end of the day. Yeah. So they kind of, all right, we give y'all the first pick, y'all give us Luka. You know what I'm saying? How y'all want to do this?
Yeah. Then they just sell the team.
Yeah, they just
It's
sold
crazy.
that the Bus family. I mean, he over there turned in his grave or something, man. Because yeah, that was crazy.
That was
I
that
was not
was crazy.
expecting
I
that.
wasn't expecting that either. I
Yeah,
mean, but I guess at the same time, I mean, if that's what your ultimate goal was about money,
right.
I mean, why not now?
Why not? Why not
You know,
now?
this is at
Yeah.
the top of the
LeBron
market.
getting ready to be on his way out.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
we sell it when it's at its highest value. No matter how old LeBron is, he gonna
He's going
still
to sell tickets
bring
and he's
the
going to bring some attention to the game.
yeah,
So that's one thing you got to respect. I mean, even though that GOAT debate is out there, that's one thing you can't deny with LeBron is he's
yeah.
going to demand some attention
Absolutely.
regardless. So
He's the top three all time for sure. You can put it in whatever order you want. You can't deny he's top three.
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, my GOAT always going to be Mike.
I'm in agreement with you,
That's
brother.
my
I'm in
GOAT.
agreement with you.
Love LeBron, love Kobe, but Mike is my
Mike
GOAT.
is the guy,
That's
man.
my guy, man.
Why you don't think Kareem ever gets put in that conversation? Maybe because he's a big man and he's not as marketable, or
It's a few things. I think one, just the
yeah,
timing of
the
it.
era
You know what
for
I mean?
sure.
That era was kind of like on the come up again. You know, when you think when Magic first got in the league, and you think when Bird first got in the league, they were the saviors of the
Yeah,
NBA. And so, nobody really paid much attention, back then before those two came in and elevated the game. And so it just really wasn't a lot of light shed on that time frame.
that's true.
I feel as though you put Kareem in today's age and the amount of things he was able to do, then everybody probably would be considered him
Consider
a GOAT.
him the goat. Yeah,
But just because of the exposure and you think before Magic, before Bird, like our generation didn't
yeah,
really get
yeah,
involved with
yeah.
that game. You
And
know
this
what I
is
mean?
mainly the people who ranking it now who's around our
It's
generation.
our
So
generation.
if he didn't
So
have no ties, no touch to that, then I mean, hey,
so I
you
think
know,
that's why he gets slighted. But if you
yeah,
are a basketball fan
you
and
know
you
he's
actually
top
pay
three.
attention, oh,
He's top three.
for sure. I mean, nobody could touch that sky hook. He got that at will.
Yeah,
They changed a
they
lot of
changed the
rules.
rules
You
for
know what
this
I mean?
man, bro.
So you
Like,
have to give Kareem his props.
yeah,
But
you respect the career,
just
man.
for our generation, and like even though we were young when Mike was in the league, but still, like you just seen
Yeah,
somebody go in and
yeah.
dominate for 6 championships. You know what I
The
mean?
man, and he may not have made it to the finals as much as LeBron or as often in his career. Every time he made it, he won.
He won.
He won.
That's
He
that's
was
a dominant.
not losing in that finals,
You
bro.
have like to this day, like I look at videos all the time, people were literally in fear of this man. You
Absolutely.
couldn't speak to this man a certain way
Yeah.
without people, hey man, he didn't
Yeah.
know.
Hold on now.
He
Hold
didn't
on.
know. He didn't know, Rook. So it's like, I mean, that's a
Yeah.
different you don't hear those type of
That's weight
stories.
right there. That
You
whole
don't hear
weight.
that kind of stories with some of these other players
Yeah,
that we
that's
mentioned
true.
in the GOAT
That's
range.
true.
So I mean the closest thing to that, in my opinion, is Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe emulated his game
He
right after Mike. I
Kobe
mean,
is
it's
the
a replica.
closest. That's the closest
Yeah.
thing, and that's what he strived to be. So
Yeah.
how can you rank Kobe over the person he strived to be?
He even
So
said himself.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and LeBron even said himself he wore 23 because of
I mean
Jordan.
that's a standard that was set. I mean,
Come on, man.
and you talking about like years removed out the NBA,
Yeah.
and that's the standard still. So I mean,
Absolutely.
how can you not consider that the GOAT?
The GOAT.
You know,
Years today, they keep talking about changing the logo to him and everything. So I don't know, man. It's crazy.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
something to think about.
for sure. But these Atlanta Hawks, man. Let's talk about these Atlanta Hawks.
Disappointing. Disappointing. My thing, me personally, and I love Trey. Shout out to Trey, but like I don't feel as though he is the player to build around.
You're not winning the championship.
You're not gonna
with
win a
Trae
ring.
Young as the centerpiece. He's
No.
a beast.
Yes.
He got the nice flow. He get dog in the playoffs and everything. But he's not a player that's gonna give you a championship.
No, not single handedly. I feel as though he'd be a good piece. Like you throw
He's a
him.
nice two player.
Yeah. You throw him on one of these already built up teams, and him being like that, not necessarily the focal point and having to score 30, but like being able to be out there on the floor and facilitate. I feel as though that would be more so where he would thrive. I mean, it kind of reminds me of back in the day when we had Jason Terry and we tried to make Jason Terry our guy.
Right. Yeah,
Jason Terry's not the guy, man. Like he's not the guy.
You can't force it on, man. Even if bringing help in and he's still considered the number one, you got to have somebody that's either right above him or literally on that same level.
There's got to be more pieces, and that's the thing. Like a lot of players don't want to come to Atlanta, and
get it, man. We got the city.
I think it's a few things. One, I think it's ownership, man. Like we don't have like that single handed one person that's owning the Hawks. It's just a conglomerate,
right?
And it's a lot of opinions all over the place, and it shows. It shows because we can't get players, and it's got to be. It has to start with that. It can't. It's not the city. It's not the fans. It's gotta. You have to start with ownership. I mean, that's what any business.
When we were winning, we show up, so it ain't the fans.
When we win, we're packed out, and it's crazy. Yeah. But when we're on the losing streak, you see what you see.
Empty seats. Empty seats. I feel like that's across the board. I mean, even with the Falcons,
Falcons, same thing. Well, the Falcons fan base, I will say, is a little more stronger and more put together than the Hawks.
Yeah.
Like people still show up. I mean, there's some diehards, including myself, but there are some diehards that are like, we can be 2-12, and they're out there, and they're like,
season ticket holders each
year. So I mean, when you look at the Hawks, we just don't have that foundation, man. We don't have it. I mean, we had a few good runs, we had a few good moments in history, but when you talk about consistency and like every year, like we don't put out a good product with the Hawks. And I'm a Hawks fan. I love the Hawks. That's always my team.
Always root for the home team.
But I mean, to be truthful, we have to put out a good product, man. And we haven't done that.
Every time we try to get somebody like this,
it's a has-been. It's a has-been
on the tail end of their career.
Porzingis is not the guy that's going to save your. That's not the guy, bro. He barely was able to show up in Boston, man.
The guy, don't get me wrong, he's good. He's a good player. He's a nice big guy. I think it's an upgrade from Capella for sure.
Yeah.
But the injury, this man cannot stay on the court, man.
He stays hurt. So that's my fear for the team is like, I mean, if he stays healthy and he becomes the New York Knicks Porzingis, great.
Yeah.
But personally, I don't see it.
And it's crazy, too. They showed a video I saw on social media of Jaylen Brown. He was bringing
I seen that.
to Atlanta.
I seen that. Taking him to American Deli.
Yeah, took him to the deli, and he said, "Oh man, I can imagine myself living here." A year later, he's in Atlanta Hall. Crazy how things work.
I know. Now see that. Now you want to go after players, something like a Jaylen Brown. That's something you want to go after. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like bring somebody like that.
He would want to come here.
Bring somebody like that to match up with Trey. And I feel like you might have a different.
You will have people to want to come play now,
You'll have people actually paying attention to the Hawks. I mean, that's a marquee name right now, Jaylen Brown. So we don't ever see that vision. We always go for it. Could be right in our face, and we just try to overthink it and just go for something totally different. So that's the Hawks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were just talking about American Deli, man. With Atlanta hot wings and stuff. So what I'm gonna do now is, we're going to do an Atlanta edition of Blind Rank.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to have you rank these things 1 through 5. All right.
Okay.
We're talking Atlanta wing flavors.
Okay.
All right. So you don't know what's going to come next, but I'm going to throw them out there and you got to put them in order. Okay. All right. So the first one, we're going to go with garlic parmesan.
I put that at like number 3.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 3. We got honey barbecue.
4.
Okay. All right. We got sweet chili.
I'm gonna go 2.
Chili.
I'm gonna go 2.
You gonna put that at 2? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we got lemon pepper. Lemon pepper Lou, man. Lemon pepper.
Dang. I'm gonna go 5.
You're gonna go 5 with the lemon pea. All right.
Yeah.
And we couldn't leave it without that honey hot.
There you go, number 1.
Number 1,
for sure.
Okay, all right.
For sure.
Okay.
If I could have switched them around, I'd put the lemon pepper at number 2. But
sweet chili at 3.
What's that? Hudson Grill, they got some amazing sweet. Oh my God!
It's like I think it won some awards.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
That right there is it.
Yeah.
So
I ain't had that in a minute, my boy.
Fire! We might have to make that trip, man.
Make that little run for sure.
Yeah.
Man.
So that's the reason why I ranked that like I did. But I mean, shout out to all the wing places in Atlanta.
Yeah, man. We're the capital, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, man, let's pretty much wrap this one on up for us, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man.
Yep.
Y'all make sure y'all stay blessed, and we'll see y'all in the next one.